In the neon-lit streets of downtown, the hum of engines grew louder as the clock struck midnight. Jason, known among peers as Blaze, revved his souped-up Mitsubishi Lancer, his eyes scanning the competition. He spotted Lena, fierce as always in her sleek black Nissan GT-R, and Marco, whose Mustang GT was almost as famous as his daredevil maneuvers. The thrill of street racing coursed through their veins as they waited for the signal. With the drop of a handkerchief, engines roared and tires screeched, propelling the racers forward at breakneck speed. Jason's heart pounded, his every sense heightened, the world blurring into a tunnel focused on the finish line. He deftly navigated corners and cut through traffic, his mind calculating each move with precision. Lena, determined to outpace him, stayed on his tail, and Marco, with his reckless abandon, attempted daring overtakes at every opportunity. The streets became a high-stakes battlefield of speed and strategy. The race was on. Unbeknownst to them, Sergeant Reed had received a tip about the illegal race. Sitting in his unmarked police car a few blocks away, he listened to the radio chatter and waited for the right moment to strike. As the racers zipped past his location, he flicked on his sirens and joined the fray. The sudden wail of police sirens sent a jolt of adrenaline through Jason. He glanced in his rearview mirror to see the flashing lights bearing down on them. Lena cursed under her breath, her grip tightening on the steering wheel, while Marco, ever the opportunist, saw this as a chance to pull ahead amid the confusion. The racers scattered, each taking different routes to evade capture. Jason veered into a dimly lit alley, expertly maneuvering his car to avoid obstacles. Sergeant Reed, anticipating such moves, communicated with fellow officers, setting up roadblocks and deploying spike strips. The cat-and-mouse game intensified. While Jason doubled back and dodged roadblocks, Lena found herself cornered in an industrial area. Thinking quickly, she drove her GT-R onto the loading docks, using the narrow passageways to outmaneuver the patrol cars. Marco, on the other hand, sped towards the outskirts of the city, aiming to lose the cops on the winding mountain roads. Jason knew the streets like the back of his hand. A sharp left here, a hard right there, and he managed to shake off his pursuers momentarily. But as he sped through a seemingly deserted intersection, a police car emerged from a blind spot, T-boning his Lancer. The impact was jarring, metal crunched, and everything went dark. When Jason came to, he found himself lying on a stretcher, paramedics and police officers surrounding him. Lena and Marco? He could only hope they had more luck evading the law. As Sergeant Reed approached, Jason knew the thrill of the race was over, at least for tonight. Reed's stern look said it all, the streets were no place for such reckless abandon. The race may have ended in chaos, but for Jason and his friends, the allure of speed and freedom would always call them back to the midnight streets.